Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News. In tonight's newscast, we will be highlighting resources available for members of the Penn State community experiencing food and housing insecurity.
We will also have an update on Penn State's housing projects and new resources coming to campus, along with entertainment, sports, and weather. Stay tuned. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Courtney McGinley.
And I'm Shannon Tanczos. We'll start tonight's show taking a look into the resources available for members of the Penn State community experiencing food or housing insecurity.
13.5% of students surveyed in the Penn State's latest student food and housing survey needs reported that housing and food concerns have impacted their ability to focus on academic responsibilities by a lot.
The same survey also revealed that at the University Park campus alone, 14.6% of respondents indicated that they identify moderately well to extremely well with the statement that they have trouble securing enough food each day. 13.2% indicated they have trouble securing adequate housing. Now, Center County hosts a number of food banks and pantries for anyone in need, including Penn State students. The State College Food Bank services the entire county. It distributes food on Monday from 1 to 4:30 p.m. and Wednesday and Fridays from 1 to 3:30 p.m. The pantry offers a variety of non-perishable goods and household supplies. Center Helps on South Fraser Street also offers emergency food assistance in the case of pantry closure. For more details on this service, you can contact the Center County Office of Adult Services located on East College Avenue.
Also right off of East College Avenue is a new location for a State College food bank. The new facility is at 169 Gerald Street in State College. There's now a 24-hour drop-off facility for those interested in donating. Donations can be made on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. More details on how to donate or how you can receive food can be found on their website at scfoodbank.org.
And those in need of emergency shelter can find assistance at the Center House Shelter located on East Nittany Avenue in State College. The shelter provides resources to individuals in crisis or experiencing homelessness. The house is open and staffed 24/7 and provides guests with tools to find stable housing solutions. Once eligibility is granted, the shelter is free to stay for any guests. Guests also receive access to case managers that help identify needs and meet long-term goals.
Those experiencing homelessness can also find assistance at Out of the Cold Shelter at 318 South Atherton Street. The location is open daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The facility is also low barrier, meaning that services are easily accessible to those in need. It can accommodate up to 28 people at any time. If you wish to get on the wait list or get more details on the organization as a whole, you can call 814-852-8864. The resources shared today are a part of the Student Media Consortium project, Pockets Empty, Dreams Full at Penn State. You can check out more stories and projects at the Belisario studentmedia.psu.edu. Now those trees are blooming and temperatures are rising just in time for spring. Student meteorologist Filippo Formica with Campus Weather Services has more details on this week's weather forecast, so don't forget to take a look.
From the students of the Department of Meteorology and Atmospheric Science, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Good evening, PSN. I'm student meteorologist Filippo Formica here with your Wednesday evening forecast. Taking a look at the Commonwealth through our live cams here, we're going to be seeing a lot of cloud cover, and that's going to continue, but some breaks in the clouds in portions of the central part of the State College in Du Bois, seeing some of that sunshine. That will be going away, as we'll see in a bit, but right now you see a lot of those clouds, especially in the western two-thirds, where we are expecting rain to start to move into the picture here. So let's take a look at that simulated radar here. You can see that rain just engulfed the entirety of the state here by early morning on Thursday, and even some moderate to heavy rain at times, especially across the central spine early in the morning. But as we get into the afternoon hours, I want to draw your attention to this. Some heavy rainfall moving in around 2:30, especially in the southwestern portion of the state. And that's going to roll through, but also a line of thunderstorms is going to start to roll in here. So a day to be weather aware in the western third of the Commonwealth. Some of these storms could bring very high winds and some wind damage, even a weak tornado possible with this line. But as it moves to the east, we're going to see that weaken, but still do not let your guard down in the western 2/3 of the state, where we do have a marginal and a slight risk of severe weather in these spots. So pay close attention to all of your local outlets for your severe weather coverage, especially in the western third of the state, where that line is going to be at its strongest, at least in the state of Pennsylvania. As we get into Friday here, those showers are going to return, especially to the western portion of the state. And we're going to be taking a bigger look here at that weekend time frame, where we can even see some mixing in the northern tier as we get into Saturday morning. But these lingering showers will be starting to draw out of the region by the end of the day on Saturday, maybe even some breaks in the cloud cover, especially moving into Sunday before another round of rainfall starts to work in to our west. So Sunday is looking like the better of the 2 days, but not by much for this weekend before that next system rolls in. For our rainfall here, just look at how much rain we're going to be receiving here into the western third of the Commonwealth. Over 1.5 inches, even 2 inches possible near Pittsburgh, as well as near Williamsport. We're seeing those reds starting to show up in portions of this map. These are areas that have already seen plenty of rainfall, almost 4 inches here in State College, and just to the west of State College, over 4 inches, even close to 4.5 inches so far this month. So even a flooding risk for Thursday as we continue to see more rounds of rain. So taking a look at tonight, that rain is going to roll in. 58 degrees our low, which is above average for this time of the year. Eastern winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour, keeping things a bit breezy. But as we get into tomorrow, heavy rain with some rumbles possible, especially in the evening hours. 65 degrees our high. Those gusts going to be very hectic, 30 miles an hour as that system moves through. And those could go even higher if we do have a thunderstorm set up over State College, where we could see severe thunderstorms in the area. For our 7-day outlook, football is in the picture on Saturday, but going to be a bit cooler, a cold spell relative to this time of the year. Going to be moving in for Saturday, 55 degrees our high, but it is going to be breezy, so feeling a bit colder, but that rain should start to move out during the day on Saturday. Hopefully some peaks of sunshine to ease that cooler day on Saturday during the blue and white game. But just one more thing to point out, look at the start of next week, looking very warm, 70s back in the picture, so something to look forward to after this very unsettled spell here over the next few days. So something to look forward to. I hope you all enjoy the blue and white game on Saturday, and I'll see you guys again soon.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Matt Cabron with your sports update. Coming off a weekend sweep, the Penn State baseball team earned a 12-2 run rule win over the Fairleigh Dickinson University Knights. During the homestand, the team's 4-game winning streak improved the Nittany Lions to 17-12 on the season. Multiple records were broken Tuesday night. The attendance record set in 2007 was broken this week with 4,902 fans at Medler Field. Also on Dollar Dog Night, a record of 6,151 hot dogs were eaten, surpassing the mark against West Virginia in 2023. Penn State softball pitcher Bridget Nemeth continued her success with a huge spotlight this week. The right-hander earned National Freshman of the Week honors. This was her second National Freshman of the Week accolade of the 2024 season, as well as her second honor in 3 weeks. The California native is coming off a strong weekend of outings in Penn State's third straight conference series victory against the Nebraska Cornhuskers on the road. She threw a total of 17 innings and had 18 strikeouts and earned a pair of complete game victories in the process. The Nittany Lions return home this weekend to host the Michigan State Spartans at Beard Field. The UConn Huskies are the 2024 NCAA Division I men's basketball national champions. They defeated the Purdue Boilermakers 75-60 in the championship game on Monday night. The Huskies went into halftime with a 6-point lead, but their dominant defense performance early in the second half allowed Connecticut to break away. This is UConn's 6th men's basketball title and a second championship in a row. The Huskies are the first men's basketball team to go back-to-back and repeat as champions since the Florida Gators in 2006 and 2007. That's all for your sports update. After the break, Gianna Girol has the latest in the world of entertainment. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Gianna Girol with your entertainment update. The Blue and White Society is currently hosting its annual PS I Heart You Week. So far, they've hosted graduation events, general meetings, card-making tables, and drag bingo. But make sure to join the biggest event of the week tomorrow, the Hub Carnival. The annual event will take place from noon to 3 p.m. on the Hub lawn. Students will be able to enjoy a variety of inflatables, free food, and activities. Friday will be Capitol Day, where students can interact with different organizations on campus, as well as take part in giveaways, eat creamery ice cream, and join in on a pep rally. This is all in preparation for Blue and White Weekend. Penn State football's Blue and White game is at 2 p.m. this Saturday, April 13th at Beaver Stadium. Along with classic tailgates, the Beaver Stadium block party will occur from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. on game day on Curtin Road. Fans will be able to enjoy a Ferris wheel, live music, free inflatables, carnival games, and more. Country music star Morgan Wallen was arrested on reckless endangerment charges on Monday after throwing a chair off a six-store bar in Nashville. Wallen was booked on Monday morning on 3 counts of felony reckless endangerment charges and 1 count of misdemeanor disorderly conduct. His bond was set at $15,250, and he was released around 3:30 a.m. on Monday. Wallen is said to be fully cooperating with authorities. That's all for your entertainment update. Coming up next, interview anchor Isabel Hulse will be speaking with Aiden Credico, a DJ and producer in the area. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Isabel Hulse, and joining me tonight is Aiden Credico, a DJ and producer in the area. Thank you so much for coming in tonight, Aiden.
No problem. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So what made you want to be a DJ?
So I would say being a DJ would be coming into college and just seeing like the scene here and what I can do with my music skills. But before that, I was producing a lot all throughout high school since freshman year of high school. I'm a sophomore now in college. And I started my music journey by learning how to produce freshman year of high school and then just working on that. And I kind of didn't like the idea of just like sending beats and instrumentals to rappers and music artists, vocalists who I would want to get on my own production. And I like doing stuff more like face-to-face and like actually being in it. So I thought that DJing would be like a better way for me to kind of grow as an artist.
Great. So what has the journey been like since then?
The journey has honestly been like the like most fun time of my life for sure. Like I just love being able to have a good time with my friends and just like promote the sets and play music for everyone and just like kind of I'm kind of at a loss right here.
Yeah, you're fine.
It's been good, but yeah, it's been great, honestly.
Good. Okay. Yeah, no worries. So you just released a song called Hands on Me. Can you tell me a little bit about the process of that?
Yeah, so I remember vividly when I made that song. I was actually home for, I think, like Thanksgiving or something. And like a big thing for me when I'm producing on my laptop is the environment I'm in. So like sometimes wherever I am, I'll get like a different vibe on what I want to make, like whether I'm in my bedroom or like outside somewhere, my bedroom here at college or my bedroom at home. So for that, I started off with a loop that a producer had sent me, and I kind of made a little bit of an instrumental to that, and then I got vocals from 2 different places and then continued to arrange that. And I had like the rough version of that song for like 2 months, and then when I decided I wanted to release it, I mixed and mastered it and got like it to the perfect form that I wanted to. so I knew it was ready to release. And then I created the cover art with one of my best friends and got it out there for everyone on all platforms.
Awesome. So how do you balance doing all of this and being a student here?
For me, it's a lot of, I have a schedule of like what I'm going to do every day and during the week. And I like to just fully devote like my focus on one thing at once and put all of my energy and my focus and my thoughts into that. So if I'm doing schoolwork, I'm just going to focus on schoolwork and not, even though it's really hard for me, like to not think about music. It's on my mind like 24/7. I try to just focus on certain things at once. And when I'm working on a set or producing, then I try to just block everything out and focus on that.
Cool. So can you tell me about some of the events that you've done?
So I can definitely tell you about some of the events that I've done. So I've been DJing at this place here called Stage West. And I do like sets sometimes when they have like a bunch of DJs come in, and I'll have like an hour to an hour and a half set there where I pretty much perform for people, a bunch of my friends, a bunch of people I don't know, obviously. I've also done like I've also done like a closing show for a famous DJ, this girl named Xandra, which was super fun because I got to like be up there with her and have a good time with her as well. And then I've also done a couple like formals and different types of events like that.
What would you say your most memorable event would be? Would it be the Xandra one?
You would think that it would be the Xandra one, but I feel like my most memorable event was the first one I did because I'm never gonna forget that. And like that really just was such like a key moment for me because like that was like my first time playing on like club equipment and like crazy speakers, like loud speakers, and like I would just like fell even deeper in love with it, and it was just like history from there almost. Like
yeah. So what do you see in the future?
I see a lot of stuff in the future. I see a lot of stuff with my own music and production, as well as just working and getting more DJ sets at clubs. I really like playing at clubs, and I hope to play at festivals. So I think that would definitely be in store, hopefully, for this summer. I'm from northern New Jersey, so hopefully in the New York City area, and honestly anywhere. And then I'm just going to continue to work with other producers as well and continue to develop my sound in different genres and just working on my craft, keeping like perfecting it every day, just and coming up with new ideas. I love doing it.
Great. And lastly, what is your advice to new DJs and producers?
My best advice, I would say, for upcoming DJs and producers is to just put in the time on it. And if you put in the time on it, and you'll have to be confident in your skill, and you're just going to continue to improve your ability to do what you're meant to do.
Well, Aiden, thank you so much for coming in tonight and telling about your experiences as a DJ and producer. Now, coming up next, Shannon and Courtney will have the latest news from across the nation. Stay tuned.
8 people have been arrested in New Jersey for a suspected dogfighting operation. The animals found were heavily abused and in various pens and cages. Over 100 dogs were rescued. Bruce Lowe Jr. is the leader of the dogfighting network and faces 18 charges, including racketeering, conspiracy, and money laundering. The 7 other people involved are also facing charges. Lowe also told an undercover agent that he held 61 dogfights in the past year.
A California con artist is admitting to a new scam. Mark Rory Anderson confessed to defrauding investors over $18 million with fake cannabis businesses. In 2019, Anderson launched Harvest Farm Group shortly after his release from prison for a previous oil investment scam. Now he's pleading guilty to wire fraud. He's said to have lured investors with false claims about hemp farms and cannabis products. He faces a maximum sentence of 20 years for each count and has agreed to forfeit his assets, including his $1.3 million home and 15 cars.
A 9-year-old girl was killed and 4 others were left critically injured after a solo car crash early Sunday. It took place on a San Francisco Bay Area highway. The driver fled the scene following the crash. The occupants were ejected from the car after it flipped over several times and landed on its roof. Authorities believe most of the passengers were not wearing seatbelts. The driver has yet to be found as of Monday, and his condition is unknown.
And another crash in southern Idaho left a highway closed for 6 hours and is still under investigation. Last Sunday, a driver crossed into oncoming traffic and slammed into a semi-truck. Idaho State Police say the child on board died at the scene. The 39-year-old driver and 35-year-old passenger were sent to the hospital. However, the semi-truck driver was not transported to the hospital. And that concludes our show tonight at PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a great night and stay safe, Penn State.